Anthony's going to tell us about another presentation in our Wikipedia series. This is about using Wikipedia as a primary course resource. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. This research work is about the learning effectiveness, the evaluation of the learning effectiveness and the perceived value of Wikipedia as a primary resource course. And in my presentation, I will give you a brief introduction with the main research questions. Afterwards, the general theoretical framework we have considered in this application, and then we will describe the concrete application, and we will show the main results of the evaluation of this application. So Wikipedia, we all know that Wikipedia is core to open educational resources, and also it is one of the biggest sources of information in the world. But although Wikipedia is frequently used by most of the higher education students, there are few courses, or it's difficult to find courses in which Wikipedia has a central role. So furthermore, we have no evidences or few evidences of the influence of the use of Wikipedia in the academic performance of the students. So in this research work, we will try to answer to this question. So the main research questions are these ones. The first one is we want to analyze the perceptions of the students about the quality of Wikipedia. Afterwards, we will move to the analysis of the influence of this use in the academic performance of the students. And finally, we will link these two first points, and we will see if there is any relationship between the quality perception and the academic performance of the students. So we introduce Wikipedia in the courses through the learning by comparing technique, which is considered in research in analogy as one of the methodologies that permits and facilitates knowledge transfer. So this framework, analogical reasoning, facilitates the ability to apply knowledge to various situations, and also permits to the students to find underlying structural similarities, and it's based on the comparison between analogs, and this yields to stronger solution schemas. So the application, we've conducted a pilot in 4 different courses in statistics, human resources, consumer behavior and marketing in the Open University in Catalonia in the degree program in business administration, and we've involved more than 1,000 students in this analysis. The structure of the courses is similar, of all 4 courses is similar, and is based on the continuous assessment activity of the students. We have 5 assessment activities, 1 per each part of the course, and with a theoretical part and an applied part. And we also give to the students different learning materials in multi-format, video, web, audio, and books, case studies, etc. And in this pilot, we've added a new learning material to the courses, which is Wikipedia, through the learning by comparing technique. So we've introduced Wikipedia in 2 out of 5 assessment activities, and the way we've introduced Wikipedia in this assessment activities is through these 4 questions we ask the students to give their perception about the completeness of Wikipedia, the reliability of Wikipedia. We ask them if they consider that Wikipedia is updated, and also if it has been useful in their courses. So they have to give a value from 1 to 5, ranking from completely disagree to completely agree, and then they have to give also evidences of the answer. What about the results? If we analyze what is the general perception of Wikipedia, we see that it's positive, and mainly positive, because most of the values are greater than 3. That is the middle value in the answers. So we can consider that they have a good perception, and the most valued item was updated in this case. So this perception changes across knowledge areas. We see that there are significant differences between consumer behavior course and human resources course, and the other 2, marketing course and statistics course. They have low values with respect their perception about quality. We will see that although we have these differences, the final influence on the academic performance is exactly the same. So it's a kind of a strange thing that there is no relationship between quality perceptions and the effect that we will get in the final marks. That is one of the most important objectives of the courses, to get good values in the final marks. So this is just a presentation. Do these perceptions change with the academic profile of the students? So we see that in most of the courses there is no correlation between these 2 elements. But in the case of marketing, we have a negative correlation, which means that the best students are those who has the lowest perceptions about the quality of Wikipedia. So this is just a specific thing with the marketing course, but in the other courses there is no relationship between the academic profile and the quality perception. And what about the academic performance of the students? So at the end, at the very end, we have the results concerning the final mark compared with the previous semester, where Wikipedia was not used in the classroom. So the end is a good end, no, in these terms. But if you see in the 2 assessments where we've introduced Wikipedia, the second one and the 4th one, we have a variety of results, where in some cases we get a better result in the semester where Wikipedia was not used, and in other cases we get the other result. No? So we, in order to analyze this influence, we've done something that is not correct, and the fact is that we were comparing 2 different cohorts. No? In the people are different, so we can. What we want is to analyze the net effect of Wikipedia in the academic performance of the students. And we want to know if this difference is just due to the use of Wikipedia or it's due to the fact that we have just clever students in the semester we've analyzed. No? So we have to do these arrangements and consider that the difference between the qualifications between two semesters depend on the contents, the cohort, and the use of Wikipedia. So, if we consider that there are no differences between the two semesters concerning the contents, we can eliminate this element from the equation, and what we only have to do is to estimate the cohort effect. For doing this, what we compute is the mean of the differences in those assessments where Wikipedia was not used. So we just have the differences in those assessments due to the cohort effect. So we estimate this effect through these assessments, and finally we get that the net effect of Wikipedia can be estimated just subtracting this effect of the cohort. Taking this into account, we get that the influence of the active use of Wikipedia on the students' academic performance is positive at the end. It's also positive in the fourth assessment activity, but this is not the case in the first one. We consider that this is due to the fact that in the first assessment where Wikipedia is used, the students are unfamiliar with the way they have to work with Wikipedia and to analyze these things, but we have a positive shape, no, in this case, and the effect finally is positive. And finally, what about the relationship between quality perception and academic qualification? Well, we have no correlation between these two issues, just this green cell and these two red cells, but as you can see, there are low correlationships. And what we have to do in future research is to analyze what's happening in the marketing area, because as you can see through all my presentation, we get those strange results in this area. So maybe we have to check if it has been introduced correctly in the courses or whatever. So, main conclusions in this work: students agree with the idea that Wikipedia has an acceptable quality level. Students consider that the most important facet of Wikipedia is that it is updated, containing recent information and recent references. Across knowledge areas, the lowest quality perception is achieved in statistics. Usefulness is most valued in human resources and marketing. Quality perception does not depend on the student's academic profile, except in the case of marketing, with a negative correlation. There is a negative and low positive direct effect of Wikipedia usage in the assessment's qualification, except in the case of statistics. Nevertheless, there is a high impact of Wikipedia usage in the student's final marks. Statistics case, it's different, although it has the lowest quality perception, there is a highest impact on academic performance. And finally, in general, there is not a significant correlation between quality perception and academic performance. So, thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions.
Perhaps, even if the quality of the material students are being asked to engage with is not as good as they think it should be, the very act of engaging with it and thinking critically about it as a source is making them think critically about what they're learning and thus improving potential.
Yeah, I think this is because we are just analyzing degrees. This is students in degrees in business and economics. So they are not there to study quantitative topics. So they feel that this is a topic that do not fit well, no, with their objectives. So maybe they do not have still these skills, no, to analyze correctly, you know, to have the correct perceptions about the quality. Yeah, I think so.
So, Mr. How big were the cohorts that you're dealing with?
Pardon?
How big were the cohorts?
Class size.
Yeah.
Class size. Yeah. Each class has 75 students. Each class, and so we have here. This is the total amount of students in each course, and you have to divide each number by 70, 75.
I was wondering if do you have an explanation in terms of the discrepancy between the correlation between the course assessments and the final mark? Have you got an explanation for that?
Well, we do not have this. I think that the explanation is. You mean this discrepancy with the first? Well, I think that the fact is that in the assessment, the first assessment where Wikipedia is used, the students are unfamiliar with how to use Wikipedia and how do they have to compare different resources and to see if Wikipedia is. So in the second assessment, they know how to do this, and they are familiar, and then we get this positive effect, no, in this.
But even the second one is quite small, isn't it? And then the final mark.
Yeah.
Much more significant one.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you thought of the reason why that was.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Further research.
Yeah, sure.
Discussion afterwards. Great, thank you very much.